These are going to just absolutely put the cherry on top of your life right now. I'm so excited for you. Okay, I just have to show you the setup because it is amazing right now. I have my little mic here all set up, but we're on top of all of my nail supplies. This face mask was no joke. We are glowing. So I have a question, and this might be a personal question, but I'm not actually sitting in the room with you, so only you will know if you're being honest. I mean, even if you told me, I probably wouldn't know if you're being honest. But do you think you're living up to your full potential? Actually, if you thought back when we were kids and our parents told us you could be anything you wanted to be, and even if that answer's changed of what you want to be, do you think that you still have that same mental mindset of going after those goals like you believe that you actually could? Does that make sense? Because if we're being honest, I can confidently say that I have just been watching the weeks go by, and it's kind of sad and terrifying to know that the current situation that I'm in with my job, that since I started that job, I knew it was going to be temporary while I worked towards a bigger goal. And I've been there for almost a year now and haven't achieved anything towards that goal. On a lighter note, during that year, I did do a lot. Bless you. I planned a wedding and got married, and we also did a lot of traveling, camping, rock climbing, hiking, all that kind of stuff. I went to a couple different states. So I definitely did things over that year, but I lost track of my main goal and what I wanted to achieve. And over the last couple of months, that has all changed drastically, and I'm going to share with you the top 10 things that I did to kind of help me get back on pace and just keep checking in with myself and start making little tiny habits to keep myself motivated in all aspects of my life, which just makes me feel more put together. So just before we get into those top 10s, I wanted to just say the turning point for me was so clear. I realized that I wasn't doing anything other than scrolling through my phone, watching Netflix, reading fiction, which is great, and I love reading, and I think that we should read and enjoy our time if that's what we want to do with our time. There's always room for that, but that's all I was doing. So I actually read this book, Atomic Habits, and if you haven't read this book yet, it will change your life. I kind of want to give you a little synopsis. If you haven't read it though, you should definitely read it. But basically, James Clear is just saying there's so much that you can do in this world, and there's so many things that you should be doing, but going from where you're at now to doing all of those things that you should be doing, that's a huge step. That's going 180 degrees in the other direction. So break that up into little tiny steps. Instead of going 180 degrees, just do 1% better every single day, and in a year, your whole life will be different. And even in the 3 months that I've been practicing these mindset shift and these habit changes, I'm a new person. It's crazy. Okay, so habit number 1 that you're gonna start implementing today, right now. And I will say that this is the first one that I started with, and it kind of just snowballed me into all of the other ones. Making your bed. Number 1, just every morning when you wake up, make your bed. It takes so little time and so little effort, but the dramatic effect that it has on you is crazy. And every time I go into my bedroom now and it's made, it automatically looks cleaner. Even if there's clutter on the dresser, even if there's clothes on the floor, it just looks put together, and that makes me feel like I've accomplished something. And when I go to bed at night, it's getting tucked into a brand new bed every night. I don't know, the mindset shift that just making your bed has on you. And then it's like every day when you wake up, you immediately start with a victory instead of like chasing like a goal to finish at the end of the day. Like you start your day off like I did something. Habit number 2 is a big one as well, and it's something that I was very guilty of, either laying in bed scrolling when I first woke up on social media, YouTube, whatever, or waking up, making my bed, and then sitting on the couch and turning on the TV to YouTube or Netflix or whatever. But I found that if I turned the TV on first thing in the morning or like when I woke up, I couldn't turn it off. Like it was a drug, and like I would get sucked into a show or a movie or a series on YouTube, and I was like,
well, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and, absorb this all day.
And sometimes it was like good content, like sometimes I was learning, but then I got stuck into the mindset of like couch potato mode. And that's fine. Sometimes like you need that time to just veg and like brain dump and like just turn your whole brain off. Schedule that time. Don't turn on the TV first thing in the morning. Don't scroll on your phone first thing in the morning, because then it's 4 hours later and you're like, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, or I haven't even taken the dog for a walk yet, because guilty of both of those things. I've started making my own matcha lemonade at home, and it's so good. All right, habit number 3 is really, really good, really important, obviously. Daily movement. But I'm not saying to go to the gym every day, because that's just impossible. Who has time to go to the gym every single day? I'm saying listen to your body. See how you're feeling that day. Do you feel motivated? Do you feel like you can get like Do you feel like you can get like a really good gym sesh in? If so, go for it. Go run to the gym. Run back. Like go crazy. But if you're not feeling it, if it is a struggle to get your shoes on and like get out the door, go for a walk. Do some yoga in your living room. You do not have to stress out about like, I have to go lift today. Like you don't have to do anything. Just move your body for 10 minutes in some way. Even if you're laying up on the couch and like whatever, you have zero motivation, which happens to all of us, it's not uncommon. You can literally sit and do stretches on the couch for 10 minutes for all I care. Just move your body. It will help your brain. It will help your soul. And those days that you have like no motivation whatsoever, the second that I step foot into the gym or on the trail or bring out my yoga mat and do those 10 minutes, it's like I have all of the energy and motivation in the world, and I'll do like 45 minutes or an hour, or I'll go to the gym and as soon as I get there, I'll do a whole hour and a half, come back to the house, and then do 30 minutes of yoga. Like, you just have to get going. So listen to your body, take it slow, don't push it, and do what feels comfortable, but move. Okay, number 4. And this one is not necessarily just a daily thing. You should be like checking in with yourself daily, weekly, monthly, what have you. Goals. You need to set goals. And these don't need to just be long-term goals of like, oh, in a year from now, I want to be a full-time YouTuber. This doesn't need to be by the end of this year, I will have this many subscribers. It should be, today I want to get the dishes done, and today I want to get my editing done, and today I want to get 3 more followers on Instagram. So I want you to have those long-term goals because they are crucial, but you need to have short-term goals too, so that way you're not just chasing those things that feel so far away and feel like this big. Because me, with ADHD, sometimes when I have those goals that are huge, they're terrifying because I don't know where to start with those goals, so I have to break them down into smaller, more bite-sized pieces so that I can tackle them one at a time. And that's something that I'm doing different with this YouTube channel, is that I'm not, just chasing the fun stuff. I've actually put in the work. Like, I'm doing research and I am doing market, like seeing what other people are doing in this niche and in this market. I'm planning. I have my Notion set up and I have exactly what I want to say for the most part. A lot of this is ad lib and rambles, but I have an idea. And a lot of the times before I would set goals, I would just kind of tackle things daily and like see how it went. I had a TikTok channel that did pretty well, but I was literally coming up with content every single day and I got so burnt out, so exhausted. I had imposter syndrome because I was making content that I didn't even care about or resonate with. It was just like something that I could do that day and something I saw someone else do. So sit down, kind of plan out your big goal, but then break that up into tiny pieces and even see what you can get done each day. I feel like I'm choking on my own spit when I'm talking. Number 5, this is an easy one because we're halfway through our list, so I wanted to give you a break and give you something small that's super easy to do. Take a multivitamin. That's it. That's number 5. That's a habit that you can do every single day, and it isn't as big as you should eat healthier. You should eat only whole foods. You should change your diet. Yes, it's important to do those things, and it's important to like prioritize your health and nutrition. Start with taking a multivitamin. Make it smaller. That can do a lot of good for you and put you in the mindset of, okay, I'm doing this. What else can I do down the road? Start with just taking a multivitamin. You can get it at Target. I'll go with you. I love Target. 6. Here we go. This habit is going to sound super easy, and it is, but it's also not at the same time because you constantly have to think about it, and it's a big one that can have a tremendous impact on your life, your mental well-being, your work environment, your home life, everything. So it's huge, but it takes some mental effort, but once you get used to it, it's easy, I promise. And that is only speaking positively. And that doesn't mean like, oh, it's beautiful outside. No, you can say it's raining. Wow, the clouds are dark. You're not rainbows and butterflies. We're not being unrealistic here. I'm saying stop telling yourself that you're dumb. Stop telling yourself that you have ugly, frizzy, crazy hair. Stop telling yourself that if you just lost 10 pounds, you would look like, the person that you want to look like and you would be happy. No, stop. Because you're beautiful, 1. Let's just get that out of the way. And you are so much more than what you see. If you ask your best friend or your boyfriend, your mom, your stepdad, whoever, anyone in your life who cares about you genuinely, how they see you, girl, I'm gonna get emotional. You will be mind blown. Like, the way that we see ourselves is so negative compared to the way other people see us. It's insane. So try seeing yourself through someone else's eyes. If you even need to go ask those people, like, hey, when you see me, what do you see? Because they don't see your frizzy hair. They don't see that you're short and muscular, so you look like a Oompa Loompa sometimes, because that's how I feel. But they see someone who radiates positivity. They see someone who's confident. They see someone who's always smiling. They see someone who is funny and tells the best jokes, and is witty and just able to, make a fool of themselves and not care. Because the person that they see is so much more than what you see and your appearances. Oh my God. Okay, I was going to save this for another video, but I have to. I heard the best quote the other day. Your appearance is the least interesting thing about you. Just let that sink in. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Your appearance is the least interesting thing about you. So I don't want to hear, I'm not pretty, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I can't do this. That's negativity, and the more negative that you bring into your life by speaking it, the more you're going to believe it, because words have power, babe. and it's going to sink into your brain and you're going to believe that you can't do something, when I guarantee you, if you just put your mind towards it and believe that you can and work every day towards that goal, big things are going to happen for you. So start speaking it. Okay, we're on to habit number 7, and this is a fun one in my opinion because I genuinely love learning. I want you to learn one new thing every single day. And guess what? That means you probably get to watch a YouTube video or Google something and lead you to Instagram or TikTok and scroll for a little bit. I don't care, babe. Find out wherever you want to find your information. Just learn one thing every day. That way you're always improving, you're always growing. You can listen to a podcast, you can start learning a language on Duolingo. I personally just downloaded an app that teaches me about like the YouTube algorithm because it is my goal to have like a profitable YouTube channel one day and do this full time. That's always been my goal. I've always wanted to do it. So now I'm taking steps to actually learn instead of just throwing content out there and seeing what sticks. And I'm so excited about it. There's so many different things that you can learn, even if it's crocheting, a new hobby like dancing. Do something. 15 minutes. Like, you can like have the world in your hand. People learn entire new languages on apps on their phone just by doing it a couple of minutes a day. And it's kind of like that daily movement thing where it's like once you start and like once you actually open the app or, you know, go pick up your crochet needle and start for like the 10-15 minutes that you set aside to do that, you end up doing it for like an hour or two when you have the time. So learn something new every single day. And like it doesn't have to be big, babe. It doesn't have to be big. If you're learning how to crochet, I love crocheting, but I don't know any of the technical names for like the knots and stuff like that. So maybe if I am working on a project, I'll crochet one day and learn the name of the knot. And then the next day, learn the name of a new knot, you know? So make it small, but just do it. I'm trying to hide from the sun, but it is coming. Okay, number 8. This habit, it might just be me, but I'm putting it in here just in case. When do you do your dishes? Like, is that something that you have planned for your day? Do you do it in the morning? Do you do it at night? Do you do it as you cook? Because I had no rhyme or reason for when the dishes were gonna get done. And so me and my husband would just put dishes in the sink and expect each other to do them throughout the day. And then sometimes they wouldn't get done. Sometimes they would. I would come home at like 10 p.m. and there would still be dishes. And it's like, I'm not doing them right now. So I have actually planned out our dish schedule now, and it is changed the way like the house dynamic works, and it has made our lives just less stressful, easier, because I am that type of person that anytime I go into the kitchen to cook, if there's dishes in the sink or like dishes on the counter, I'm not gonna cook. So I'm gonna wait until all of those dishes are clean and in the dishwasher before I can go in the kitchen and cook, because it just feels dirty to cook in the kitchen that's dirty. Does that make sense? So for us, first thing in the morning, I unload the dishwasher and get all the clean dishes out and put away. That way throughout the day when we're cooking or just grabbing like, you know, your matcha when I'm done with this, instead of it sitting in the sink, I can put it directly into the dishwasher and at night start it. So it's ready for the morning to do the same thing again. And of course there's days where it's not full enough so you don't run it, and like there's like of course situations where it doesn't happen, but for the most part it has taken the stress of cleaning the kitchen off of my shoulders almost completely. So I'm not ordering food as much because I feel like I can actually use my kitchen more, and it has changed my life. I don't understand why something so simple has had such a dramatic effect, but if it's not your dishwasher, find out what it is in your life that's kind of just a stress point and find a solution, like fix it. Find something in some way that you can make it easier on you and just make it a system, like to where you don't even have to think about it. It's just part of your journey, part of your day. Okay, 9. We're almost done, and I promise the last 2 are so good and not difficult at all. They should be like some of the easier ones, other than taking a multivitamin. That's easy. Do it. Okay, number 9. Find 15 minutes in your day and do something, anything, that you love and you want to do. Make a puzzle, or make a puzzle, put together a puzzle, solve a puzzle, do a puzzle. Puzzle, scroll on your phone for 15 minutes, go for a walk with the dog, make a matcha and sit in silence, meditation, read a book. There's so many options that are free, or go get your nails done. That takes more than 15 minutes, but if you have the time, go do it. There's so many options. I just want to make sure that you have at least 15 minutes in your day that is just devoted to you and what you want to do. Like, if you have time to sit in bed and scroll for an hour, do it. If that's what you want, and if that's like your calling, and if that's what makes you feel good and turn off your brain and relaxed, do it. It's up to you. Whatever you want. 15 minutes at least. You got this. And number 10, we're here. At the end, we did it. We went through a whole list of stuff that you can implement throughout your day, and I promise this really isn't huge. Like, you should have the time to do all of these things every single day. Number 10, in my opinion, is the absolute most important out of everything else on this list. So if there's only one thing that you can do out of all of these, 2, take your multivitamin. Okay, but if there's only one that you can do out of all of these, it's your gratitude list at the end of the day. Like, talk about speaking positively and inviting positivity into your life and like just living a more positive life. Just list in your head. You don't have to write it down. You don't need a gratitude journal. You don't need to post it on social media. You don't need to do any of that. Just mentally in your head, think about the things that happened that day that you were grateful for. Even if you had a terrible day, your car broke down, you got a flat tire, you got in trouble at work, for something that you didn't even do. Whatever it is. Did you have a nice smoothie? Did your cat come cuddle with you? Like, anything. I don't care how small and trivial it is so important to just remember those highlights of your day and not just focus on all of the crap, because this world is full of crap. Every day, everywhere you look is crap and horrible situations and things that are out of our control. The one thing that we can control is our actions and our attitude. So take control and think about the things that you're grateful for the day. Invite that positivity into your little brain, your big brain. You're smart. You're a smart girl. And just, start feeling the happiness flood in. Because when you start focusing on all of that positivity, it is like you wake up from a slumber and just like, I don't even have words. And that's rare because I have words for everything. But invite that positivity in. Just be happy. And that is something that is going to help you on this like happiness journey and this positivity journey. And it's one thing. It doesn't take any time, really. Laying in bed, you're about to fall asleep. And isn't that a great way to fall asleep? Thinking about happy thoughts and not like all the shit that you have to do tomorrow. Yeah, sign me up. So that's it. We did it. 10 daily habits that will completely change your life. Increase your positivity, increase your motivation, increase your productivity. These have the potential if you do them every single day. And once you do something for like 3 weeks, isn't it like a habit, or like you don't even think about doing something like that? After 21 days, it's not even like something that you have to do anymore. It's just like, oh yeah, it's time to get out of bed. Let me make my bed really quick. Let me take my multivitamin. Talking to you, take your multivitamin. I don't know why I'm on this multivitamin kick. I just started taking mine again. It's probably because I'm trying to tell myself, like, hey, get on that. Stay on your multivitamin. Let me know in the comments if I missed any, or if there's any daily habits that you already do that have just like absolutely made a difference, and I would love to incorporate those into my daily routine. That is it for this video, guys. I hope you have an amazing week, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye!